We're over here. Oh my gosh. Heidi wrote, the joking and light circle was started. That's our only function, to look at over and see Jesus laughing at all the play in consciousness. To deny the creation of a world. Oh my gosh, how much consciousness Jesus is showing me that. Let me show you how much consciousness doesn't want to be innocent of the creation of the world. Whew, that's smoking deep, huh? When he starts showing you don't know your advances, that your head's totally on backwards. You're right, Jesus, my head's on backwards. He's really calling us all to laugh with him. Let's just ask Jesus. Are you just calling us to laugh with you at the miscreation of the world and innocence, like total innocence? So then you can ask him, okay, Jesus, in the honesty of God, do I want to be innocent? Kind of feel that. And that's all we have to look at, is how much we don't want to be innocent at all. It's like, well, that's not funny. Not being innocent. And see that as part of the play too. Infinite innocence. Yeah. It's so helpful. When you know for sure, like 100%, you don't know what's right side up or upside down. And you let the one who knows handle all that. Like that itch not to be innocent. You can ask him, Jesus, do I have an itch? Like, do I get pleasure? Wow. From not being innocent. Do I get pleasure out of that? He says, yes. Oh my gosh. He starts smoking. You smell the smoke rising. Let it rise, We have to even ask him. I could see this morning, we need to ask him, boy, is this a release or am I hanging on? Because sometimes the ego is going to interpret releases. Oh, something bad happening. Its whole function in the play of consciousness is to, when we're having a release, when the release of the idea that we could be separate from God, it's like energy movement, seemingly in the unification of consciousness. And sometimes that seems to be things bubbling out. That's why we even have to ask them. We don't even know when the fizz is coming out of the soda bottle. Released all that trap gas. We have to ask them, is this a release or am I holding on to something? So then if we're holding on, it's going to really hurt. Ask them, Jesus, if I'm holding on to something, a piece of personal identity, is that going to hurt? Because it's a desire for the dream. Ask him, Jesus, when I'm in pain, am I desiring the dream? Do I really want the dream when I'm in pain? Like, okay, so that's all. But then when we see how much we want that pain, we like relish it. He uses words relish. Do I relish? Do I relish pain, Jesus? He says you'd rather have pain than innocence. Okay? Ask him and see in your heart, you know. When we see that, then we're going to ask for help really quickly. And see, we can't do it without his help, really. All those little rat holes under the consciousness, the little rat, you know, those little diversionary techniques to play in the field of death. And then go, I don't know what happened. I'm so mad. I don't know what happened. And look over at Jesus and he's smiling. You know, he's going, you know what happened, Jesus? When I'm getting mad, in truth, in honesty of God, do I really know what I'm doing? Can't get away from that. Do I know that this is a play? Do I know, in honesty of God, do I know this is just all a play and want to pretend otherwise? Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's get the help of the one who knows. Lesson 113, laughing all the way home. Let's ask him. Let's ask him. This is such a good question. Jesus, can I laugh all the way home and hear the answer? Is he saying no in there? You can laugh all the way, laughing all the way. Jesus, is there any desire below my awareness not to laugh all the way? To think this is really serious, to play in consciousness like this whole thing is serious. And here is the answer. Like, yep. Thank you, Lord. They asked for a miracle on that, Jesus. And if you don't feel like a miracle, remember what he says. He's been reminding this, and I see how powerful this is. Holy Spirit, decide for God for me. Even when you don't want a miracle, it's like, oh, Jesus, I don't want a miracle. I don't want a miracle. At least that's honesty of God, that we don't want miracles. We're trying to put the kibosh. Try to kill those miracles as quickly as the impulse comes up. Is murder them dead. Ask him. We can ask him. Jesus, do we have a desire to murder miracles? This consciousness play to try to murder miracles. Oh, wow. You can feel the smoke rising on. But at least it's honesty of God. We gotta say no to all those miracles. Okay. Lesson 313. Now let a new perception come to me. Okay, here's a good place for honesty of God. Jesus, do I want a new perception to come to me? You feel like no. That's the whole issue until we're honest about looking and going, oh no, I don't want a new perception in any way, shape, or form. Oh my gosh. Okay. And it's like, okay, Jesus, I need a miracle. I need the Holy Spirit to decide for me that to be willing to let a new perception come. That's how much we don't want personality. We want to keep the world we made. He said, Jesus is saying, I'm not trying to have a tennis match with all you guys. I'm just trying to show you that it's funny. Are you trying? Yes, he's saying, yes. I'm trying to show you that it's really hilarious. Jesus, did I decide not to laugh over this whole thing and hear him? Okay. to make the world a serious place, or I got to really work in enlightenment. Jesus, do I want an experience where I have to work at enlightenment? Ask them. These joining sessions are going to get funnier and funnier every time we hear them go, yep. Okay. Okay, so can you help me on not wanting that new perception at all? Can you show me where I don't want any new perception whatsoever? He says you don't want it because you believe that that new perception, you'll disappear, you won't be. You believe that that old perception is your salvation, is everlasting life. Actually, you believe it's everlasting life to have dead perception. Let's just ask them, Jesus, do I believe, is there a desire for an experience of that old perception, the perception that the world is real? Do I believe that's salvation? Do I desire an experience where the old perception feels like salvation to me? Yeah, to kill all the laughter inside. Let's ask them, do I have a desire to kill that laughter? Just the sheer, the laughter, not that comes with trying to hide, because there's a hide laughter. Ooh, hoo, hoo, like that. No, the free laughter of divine being. Do I want to like kill that dead? He says, whenever you're playing in the world like it's real, that laughter, it's death to the laughter that's natural. Like that bubbling up from the bubbling up of totality, all that is. That's why beings pay millions of dollars to go see a good comedian. They're trying to relief from the idea that it's all just serious. Yet laughter can have an edge. You can feel the edge that comes in some types of laughter. When you go see a comedian, you feel the edge of self-punishment, actually. Punishment for laughter. Wow. Do I believe I deserve punishment instead of laughter? Wow. You can hear more, yeah. Jesus, just he's so right about everything. Okay. All right. Release that to a miracle. Can we have a miracle on wanting not to laugh? Not to see the hilariousness of the impossibility of false perception, the dream. Father, there's a vision which beholds all things as sinless. Okay. Do I have a desire to not behold all things as sinless? Below my level of awareness? He said that's the desire not to laugh. Not to be joyful, infinitely joyful right now, right here. Infinitely joyful. Let's ask him, Jesus, is my nature infinitely joyful? Then we go, well, where is it, Jesus? Where's my infinite? Where's my Jesus fish? My Jesus fish have gone missing. Where? Aww. He says, you are the Jesus fish. all the totality of joy that Father can pour out. But you like the world tinker toys, the little toys of the world to play with. And not see that the vision which beholds all things is yours always. In the light of divine being, in honesty of God, is the vision that beholds all things sinless already here in the light of divine being. Jesus, do I relish seeing things as full of sin? Can I give that to you and ask for a miracle? He says all your joy lies in that. It's asking for a miracle in the perception that vision holds anything other than everything sinless. So that fear is gone. He keeps from, come with me, come with me. That's the cuddle. Come with me to see that all fear is gone. The fastest way is my voice. He'll say that. You're going to try to duke it out and do it yourself because you think you know better. That's what he said. It's like, yes, Jesus, do I think I know better? Can I ask for a miracle in knowing better than you? He says that's when gratitude will sing in your heart for the one who knows the way to lead you, to show you what can never happen. Father, there is a vision which beholds all things as sinless, so fear has gone. And where it was is love invited in. Okay, see any toe dipping around that last? Where it was is love invited in. Jesus, do I want to toe dip it all and inviting love in so you can be honest? He says, yes, because you affiliate love with fear. That's where you're toe dipping. Wherever you're toe dipping divinity, it's a concept that love is fear. Wherever you're toe dipping, joining with a brother, like, you associate love with fear. That's why your brother brings the gift to you of fear not message. I am with you always till the end of time through your brother, hearing me through your brother. That's giving and receiving as one, because we're just fully receiving our brother like, wow. At infinite to infinite is infinite, no difference. In the light of divine being, does the infinite light see differences? See how the desire, he says, see the desire to withhold your brother from yourself. What? Jesus, do I desire to hold my brother from myself? Okay, can I ask for a miracle on that? That perception that my brother, just hold him at bay. Like feel that holding, like the wanting of holding the brother at bay. That's holding ourselves at bay from God. That's deep. Okay, can I have a change of perception and any kind of holding my brother at bay? Yes, and he's saying that's why you need to join with your brother. So you can see where you're just holding him, because that's withholding love from yourself. Okay. Join. And that will wash out every idea. Take out the little worksheet and work it. I'm with you. I'm with you. He says, I'm with you. Ask me. Ask me, ask me, ask me if I'm with you in this fully. Ask me if this joining carries the full power of God. See the holiness in this. It's accepting holiness, he's saying. This is accepting holiness for us. And love will come wherever it is asked. See, it's inviting love in. Oh, whenever two or more are gathered in his name. He's teaching us the real meaning of this. The real meaning of joining with him through our brother. To hear his voice and speak his voice, what's most natural, the divine expression of love, rather than the expression of world and hate and fear. Just divine love pouring out infinitely through us. That feels a little better, doesn't it? A little bit better than withholding all the love from ourselves for the belief in the miscreation of the world. Jesus, do I desire an experience of miscreation of the world and hating myself for it? That's when we really get to honesty of God. Not wanting to be innocent. No, 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 no innocence for me. No innocence. Guilty, 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 guilty. Do I desire an experience of guilty, guilty, guilty? Okay, Jesus, can you help me with a change in perception for the desire for the experience of guilty? Judged. The desire to judge the world that I made so that I may feel judgment. Wow. Okay. This vision is your gift. The eyes of Christ look on a world forgiven. Yeah, what do I believe would happen if the world was forgiven? Let's ask him. Jesus, what makes me so seem resistant to the world being seen as forgiven? Totally, like right now. What do I believe I would lose? If I saw the world exactly as you see it, Jesus, what would I believe that I'm losing? That's what he says to ask him. Ask him what you think you're losing by speaking to me. Ask me what you think you're losing by seeing a forgiven world right now. So I can show you that it's nothing. Wow. Okay. Jesus is, yes. You believe salvation is in this world. Ask me, ask me. Do I believe salvation is in this world? I can find it somewhere if I keep looking. If I were to see no sin in anything, what do I believe would happen to me? If I saw no sin whatsoever, that I would combust. Will you show me what I believe? What I desire experience rather than wanting to see perfect sinlessness? You think it's terrible, he said. He thinks that you would be really terrible to see that you're sinless. As he said, God will strike you blind. Wow. Let's just stand into that and see if we get struck blind when we see the world sinless. Let's just look. Or would we be totally and infinitely in everlasting peace and love and joy? Would we laugh to see that nothing can ever be withheld from the Son of God? Will we just laugh joyfully and mightily together in our innocence? Ask Jesus. That's why you don't want to speak to me, because you don't want happy laughter. Wow. Okay, Jesus. Is there any place where I don't want happy laughter? Will you show me? Where I don't want to sing with angels of purity and light? I'm just willing to look with you. Oh, he says, ask me if you think I have your highest interest in mind. Wow. Jesus, do I have any doubt that you have my highest interest in mind? Yet if that were to arise, will you work with me even if I doubt? He says, I know that's my function in the atonement, because you do doubt that I have your highest interest. That's why you don't want to speak to me, because you want to pretend like I don't have your highest interest in mind. You would have me be the one who withholds the kingdom of heaven from you. Rather than to see my function is to make this as easy and light as possible. Let this be light. My only function is to show you how easy this can be, because it's natural to you. Yet you would hide from me. You would hide from me and choose a world apart from me, which is a world apart from you, because I cannot be apart from you. Now let his true perception come to me, that I may awaken from the dream of sin and look within upon my sinlessness. He says, this is what you don't want to see. Just see with me, you just don't want to see sinlessness. It's that simple. The desire not to relish not being sinless. Jesus, do I relish not being sinless? Do I relish a world of sin? That's all you need to see, how much you relish it, so that you'll ask for the miracle. Which you have kept completely undefiled upon the altar to your holy Son, the altar to your Jesus. Is there an altar of holiness to me? And ask him. Yes. The altar of infinite. The self which I would identify. Let us today behold each other in the sight of Christ. How beautiful we are, how holy and how loving. Jesus, do I need to be taught by you what loving and love is? We need his help. We don't even know what it is. He says it's best for you to realize you do not know what love is. And admit you really do not know what love is. and that you do not know what this world is, that you don't know what anything is. Because as soon as you think you know what it is, you cannot know me. You cannot know yourself. For even this world, every idea of this world is unknown to you. Every single one. I would show you that you are holy. This is my only function. Let us today behold each other in the sight of Christ. I would have you behold your brother as Christ, as yourself. How beautiful we are. I would have you see how beautiful we are. We see that I do not hold you apart from myself in any way. How holy and how loving. How beautiful we are. Jesus, will you show us how beautiful we are? He says, you know this. You can never be apart from this. Brother, come and join with me today. We save the world when we have joined. See that symbol, how he now, by speaking to each of us, is showing us how, where we don't want to join. We don't want to see we're already joined with him and with each other. Jesus, do I not want to see that I'm already joined? Ask me if you really want to be joined in the deepest of your deep. Because if you really want it, you'll see that it's so already. We save the world when we have joined, for in our vision, it becomes as holy as the light in us. Acceptance of infinite, unchanging light, holiness. Let's ask Jesus, is holiness the light? Am I already holy? Then you start asking, what am I duking it out for? You start seeing, oh, I'm shadow boxing myself. I'm shadow boxing in here. He says, let me show you how you remembered not to laugh. How you made the decision to remember not to laugh. Okay, Jesus, show us how we made this decision not to laugh. It brings new meaning to the words, let freedom ring. I will lead you. I will show you the way. Just ask me. I will let your way be light. Light. Give your burdens to me. That yoke, let your yoke be light, is to give your burdens all to me. You let them weigh heavily upon your mind, he says. You let them lay heavily upon your mind. Ask him, Jesus, am I letting these things weigh so heavily upon my mind? See the lightness when you give it all to me. When you take this idea that you can be responsible so seriously. See in the light of infinite being, do you bear one responsibility in the light of infinite being? Not one. I would take you beyond all ideas of responsibility. That something outside yourself could ever define who you are. Now let a new perception come to me, Jesus, and let you show me that the way to this perception is light. Amen.